Hello, my name is Daniel Yuck. Thank you for watching today. I appreciate your time and support. In today's video, I want to share with you how I go about creating long tattoo lines. By the end of this video, you'll know how I go about doing exactly that. However, should you have any questions at any point throughout this video, I'm going to encourage you to drop a comment down below and I will do my absolute best to assist you in the best possible direction. Please don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel and ring my bell as I will be bringing more videos like this for you all. I do also have social medias under the same name as my YouTube channel. I have Facebook, Instagram, X, and TikTok all under Daniel Yuck. I would appreciate the support over there as well. Now let's get right on into this. First things first, when it comes to longer lines or any lines at that, the thing that I'm prioritizing the most, the variable that I'm considering is my comfortability. I have to be comfortable in order to commit to a clean, consistent, stable line, let alone a longer line. My logic in theory is this: if I'm able to prioritize my comfort, I'm able to apply the tattoo with more confidence. With more confidence results in better quality, better read. You kind of get the idea. So it has a good domino effect. Fake skin or human skin, flat surface or curved surface, it doesn't matter. We always want to prioritize our comfort. On a side note, I am using an Inkclaw 25 round shader. However, the methods that I'm going to be sharing with you could apply to any size needle that you choose to use from any manufacturer. I am going to be running at around 6 to 7 volts and I'm going to be using Reelskin fake skin for this demonstration. I will leave my Amazon affiliate and other affiliate links for you in the description below so you can check out the gear that I'm using on my end. For the stencil, I use a Spirit stencil paper as well. I'm also using dynamic black tattooing ink for this tattoo right here. Once I've gotten my posture and comfortability settled, the next thing that I'm going to want to do is identify my point A and B. Point A is where a line begins and point B is where a line ends. It's also common practice for me for these points to have tapers in and outs. When it comes to 7 round liner needles and above, I like to line anywhere from 6 to 8 volts. When it comes to smaller configurations below a 5 round liner, I typically run those at around 5 volts. The smaller the needle configuration, the lower the voltage I'm going to be using is the rule of thumb. For this demonstration, I'm running at around 7 volts and I'm using a 25 round shader from Inkclaw. Now that I'm comfortable, now that I know where my A and B points are, I'm going to begin to commit to the line. I am going to be moving at a steady and consistent manner, matching my hand speed to my voltage. This is very important. This part needs to be aligned or I'm not going to get clean, consistent, saturated results. Please keep in mind, there are no concrete rules how one would go about applying a longer line. There's nothing set in stone that's telling us that we have to pull a long line in one single pass. So what I'm doing for this longer line, as you can see right here, is I'm breaking it down into multiple parts. I chose to taper out so that way I can taper back into the line, continuing this long line right here. If we feel comfortable enough to create a long line in one single pass, by all means we can go ahead and do that. There's nothing saying that we can't. What I would recommend doing is, if we're not fully comfortable with that idea, I would recommend breaking down longer lines into shorter lines and really focusing in on the accuracy of where we begin and end our lines and focusing on the taper in and outs. When we taper out and in, this creates a line that's more consistent as opposed to harsh stops and endpoints where we're going to see little round edges. We don't really want those round edges, and tapering in and out is the way we go about avoiding those harsh stop and endpoints. You're going to notice that on the tapers we create a sort of tail, a sort of fade on the end of the line, and that's exactly what we want. You're going to notice when I come back to apply the rest of the line, I'm going to taper in to the existing line. So you can see I'm starting up here on the existing line, I'm tapering in, and I'm committing to the line. When I use this technique, I'm able to get nice, one clean, solid, consistent line all the way throughout. It's important to remember when we're creating one long line and using multiple lines, it's very, very crucial that the idea of us using multiple lines is not noticeable within the final line result. The process that I'm sharing with you here is the same process that I'm going to use throughout the entire tattoo. The only thing that changes is my positioning and where I'm applying the line, maybe even the needle configuration size. Same process, I found my comfortability, identified my point A to B, and now I'm committing to the line, applying it to the best of my abilities, matching my hand speed to my voltage. Even at the beginning of this line, there was a slight taper in at the very edge to avoid those harsh rounded points. Those I want to avoid at all costs, especially when it comes to building up one long line through a series of smaller lines. Find my comfortability, identify my point A. You can see I'm tapering in before the line actually starts, and now I'm committing to the line and applying it to the best of my abilities. The exact same process, the only thing that changes is the line that I'm working on. Maybe some lines I may get a little bit further than others. You get the idea. I may even change the needle configuration size, take down the voltage a little bit if it's a smaller needle. You get the idea behind my approach here. When I'm reaching the B point, I'm going to taper out as you see me doing here, so that way I create that tail, that sort of faded look on the edge of my line. When I come back and taper in, that's when I get the full complete line look. So you can see I'm starting before the line starts, beginning my taper in, and now I'm fully committed to the line here. Make sure that my hand speed is matching my voltage, so that way I get the cleanest, solid, most saturated line that I can possibly get, because that is what I'm going for. Once I reach the edge here, you're going to notice a slight taper out, and it's just very, very subtle. These tapers are very important. I feel it's these tapers that really make the line or break the line. Here's another example. So I'm using an Inkclaw 111 round shader. I found my comfortability. I've identified my point A and B. I've tapered in slightly, and now I'm committed to the line, matching my hand speed to my voltage, ensuring the best results that I can possibly get. So you're going to notice that it's the exact same application as the other tattoo that I was just demonstrating with. The only thing that changes is the needle size and the design itself. And of course our hand speed and voltage to accommodate whatever needle configuration we choose to use. As I reach my point B, what I'm going to want to do is taper out, so that way I get that nice sharp tail at the end as opposed to one harsh stop. I don't want that harsh stop. That's not the style that I'm going for this specific application. So therefore I'm going to end my B on a taper out. So by now, I do hope that I can share some information with you that you can immediately use to apply on your end to create longer tattoo lines. Keep in mind, this is just one of the multiple ways that we can go about creating long tattoo lines. So be sure to stick around and subscribe to my YouTube channel, as I will be making more videos like this for you. That will be it for this one. Should you have any questions at all, I'm going to encourage you to drop a comment down below, and I'm going to do my absolute best to assist you in the best possible direction. Once again, please don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, as I would greatly appreciate your support. I do also have social medias under the same name as my YouTube channel. I have Facebook, Instagram, X, and TikTok, all under Daniel Yuck. I would appreciate the support over there as well. Thank you for your time, and I appreciate your support. Have a great day.